No, I got another. What do we call these? Crumb for y'all. That's what they're called. Crumbs. That's what it is right here. On Sunday, I was going to the mall so I could listen to the podcast of what happened to Common Sense, so I could listen to it and take what I wanted to take from it to make my own video. So I'm walking into the mall and I see this light skinned black woman clutching her baby. She was just holding the baby, and then when I looked over at her, she like started rubbing the baby, like, look what I got. I got me a baby with a white dude. I'm better than you. That's what she said. Or I don't want you. I got this white man. And he was a Bud Bundy type white dude. He wasn't of no high class. But anyway, that's not, and I laughed out loud like, because I know what's going to happen. When she hits the wall and loses her suppleness, he's going to leave her for a whiter, younger version of herself. I've seen it happen. This dude is the original baby daddy. He had kids back on the plantation with other slaves, and I guess treated the mixed kids better than he treated the field Negro. See, I'd be a field Negro. That's what I'd be, out in the field. I wouldn't be in the house. So he let his mulatto kids in the house, might have, gave them some nicer clothes, might have fed them a little better, but he didn't care nothing about them at the end of the day. They were property to him, as the slaves were property. And I think that that's why a lot of black women want these mixed kids, because the mammies in the house saw that the mixed kids got opportunities that the traditional field Negro children, like I would have been, wouldn't have gotten. That's where those historically black colleges, that's where they predicated from mulatto kids that weren't able to go to regular state universities. They created a whole system for them to be educated. And again, that's why black women, in my opinion, want a mulatto child, because they think it's going to be given the better benefits in life. And that's basically what it is. But he's the original baby daddy, not taking care of his kids, not the black man. And, he would have used me as like a fighter. Like, he would have been breeding me too, because I got pretty good genetics. But he would have been breeding me with like bigger women so I could make a bigger buck. Even though I'm fit and kind of strong looking, I'm still a small dude, small frame guy. So he would want to breed me with a bigger woman with bigger bones to make a real big buck. He would be doing that, or he would be having me in these slave fights. You know how, like in Django Unchained, I would be like one of the preliminaries. We're gonna let the little guys fight. And but getting back to that, that's kind of how they indoctrinated us too, to get us to fight one another to the death. Because like in Django, when he was saying he didn't have it in him to be doing these slave fights no more, that's the truth, man. You can't get yourself up mentally to fight to the death. I would think you would be able to do it no more than 3 times. The first time you do it, get away with it, and it breaks you down a little bit mentally. Then the second time breaks you down a little bit more. But the third time, especially if you're going against a guy that it's his first slave fight and it's your third, he's going to beat you, because you're not going to have the will to go out and kill your brother, in some cases your father. And that's how I think they got us to want to turn on each other to this day, by getting us, by ingraining in us to want to have violence to the death towards each other. That's it for today's crumb.